Knowledge surely is always of time, whereas knowing is not of time. Knowledge is from a source, from an accumulation, from a conclusion, while knowing is a movement. That's a quote written by philosopher Bruce Lee, an adamant prospect of what reality should be to people who simply don't read beyond the layers of what they are in tune to be inclined to take the endeavor of believing in. In other words, layman's can only go so far. Now, when I read this quote of a brilliant man of both body, mind, and soul, I can only imagine exactly what is going through his mind by understanding and reacting with what my mind would perceive. Good morning to you, Brandon, in case you're wondering, and cheering to coffee. You see, as time passes, you become either so aware of it that it gets to the point where you don't want it to, or you become so unaware of it that you are literally educating yourself to the future of nature for others to coincide and interpret off of being bored for. No matter what or where you get to, you will someday wind up becoming something more or less backwashed, which is why you can't look forward to the past or the future, because staying in the moment is all about making sure that what you do in morality feels justified, actionable, and accumulatable. I don't think that's a word. Nevertheless, could care less. You have to understand that if you believe in something, it must be for the moral compass that you've set your passive passion for. And if you're not agreed with, well then, so to each his own. At least you gave it a whirl, and whenever you explain your story in the end, your sword scars will not go without the shield unnoticed. So, were you more of defense or offense, I guess I would say? From the conclusion of whether or not you decide to act now, all that's dependent on these decisions is whether or not you truly coincide your decision-making with the reason for which you want your present to be as happy as you'd expect your past or future to be. To live in regret or to look forward to not having them could even be something worth dislodging your own belief in stability, your own reason for having any sort of want to inspire yourself to do something much more than what seems, what makes it become something so much more endurable, more passive, less aggressive, less of a phenomenon, and more of a proof to take arms with. To really decide, to really believe, to really become, is to be more than man. It is to be your own self. Add an E to man, and you have randomized a name, but don't be random. Okay? Don't find your purpose amongst the mirroring of others. Do not let go of your fire. If you let go of this passive passion, if you let this spark dwindle without catching any flint or anything, I'm sorry, I don't understand common vernacular for campfires. I guess I should say shrub for now. Dead, dried shrub. Do not lose that force. Stay focused. If you want something bad enough, you don't sit and think about it. You read and practice to earn it. Reading is as essential as is talking. To talk of rumors is to not know anything. To affirm facts based on experience of life and by that I mean condensation of sweat and perspiration, so that people can get through their lives just to write how they did it in a book, and not even want to go through with reading that, is the most ignorant aspect of what a man can name himself after. Never be proud if you've never read a book. Never be proud if you think you should be proud of not learning. The human mind is too advanced to not have itself dwindled in curious questioning. To question with antagonism is just as what I do now, but I mean this with ferocity to inspire you, not to put you down. If you've got 5 minutes, don't surf and browse. Take an article and digest it. Try to react to it. Try to look for an answer to the question from the headline. Anything. Stimulate that source. Don't let it go. If you let it go, there's nothing I can do for you. But if you do truly let go of those tethers that bind you to nothingness, well then congratulations, you're something more. And I hope that you get to explore that area of dedication. I appreciate you watching. I hope this message reaches you. If you need a hand, just look down or out in front of you, because it's right there.